What's up, my Fina loves? It's Miss Fina D coming to you all from V Entertainment News. Now, I will not be playing the entire speech. I'm sure most of you were tuned in last night and watched the Obamas and President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama brought the House down, okay? At the Democratic National Convention, her speech was so powerful. His speech was so powerful. So I just took some parts from both of their moments and speeches, and that's what I'm going to include in here. But I'm sure most of you have seen the entire thing, or you can just research it on YouTube. But I just wanted to have a conversation about it because it was everything. They look amazing. Thank you both so much for everything that you've done and continue to do. So let's get into some of those moments. I'm just giving you that heads up just in case, she was making a point and then I switched to President Obama or it's cut off. That's just because I just chose certain parts. And so let's go ahead and get into it.
The anticipation, the energy, the exhilaration of once again being on the cusp of a brighter day. The chance to vanquish the demons of fear, division, and hate that have consumed us and continue pursuing the unfinished promise of this great nation, the dream that our parents and grandparents fought and died and sacrificed for. America, hope is making a comeback. To be honest, I am realizing that until recently, I have mourned the dimming of that hope. And maybe you've experienced the same feelings, that deep pit in my stomach, a palpable sense of dread about the future. And for me, that mourning has also been mixed with my own personal grief. The last time I was here in my hometown was to memorialize my mother, the woman who showed me the meaning of hard work and humility and decency, the woman who set my moral compass high and showed me the power of my own voice.
I am praying for the family and may her soul rest in peace.
Now, unfortunately, we know what comes next. We know folks are going to do everything they can to distort her truth. My husband and I sadly know a little something about this. For years, Donald Trump did everything in his power to try to make people fear us. See, his limited, narrow view of the world made him feel threatened by the existence of two hard-working, highly educated, successful people who happen to be black. Of two hard-working, highly educated, successful people who happen to be black. Of two hard-working, highly educated, successful people who happen to be black. Who's going to tell him that the job he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs?
Baby, when I tell you she dragged that orange Cheeto dust, this man's reaction was everything. When I tell you she dragged, Michelle Obama was like, bleep, when they go low, we go high. Absolutely not. I'm taking it there. Child, I was running around this house like I was in church. Oh, it was everything, okay? Our girl was trending. I'm still getting goosebumps, okay? She did not come to play, and I'm here for it.
The job he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs.
Who's thinking about my future, about my children's future, about our future together? One thing is for certain, Donald Trump is not losing sleep over that question. Here's a 78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problems since he rode down his golden escalator 9 years ago. It has been a constant stream of gripes and grievances that's actually been getting worse now that he's afraid of losing to Kamala. There's the childish nicknames, the crazy conspiracy theories, this weird obsession with crowd sizes.
Damn. I'm sorry.
Give me a minute.
Yo, shout the season, man. Shout the season, man.
Okay, all jokes aside, let's get back to being very serious because this election is very serious. Like every other election is not to be played with, even though, yes, we did love the moments where, you know, the orange guy was dragged in red for filth and all of that. Please, please, please go and vote. It is very, very important. So no more inserting of laughter or anything else because this is a very serious topic. I just want to do a mixture because you all know my platform and what it's about, okay? Now let's get back to the seriousness of it all and please get out and vote.
It just goes on and on and on. The other day I heard someone compare Trump to the neighbor who keeps running his leaf blower outside your window every minute of every day. Now, from a neighbor, that's exhausting. From a president, it's just dangerous. The truth is, Donald Trump sees power as nothing more than it means to his ends. He wants the middle class to pay the price for another huge tax cut that would mostly help him and his rich friends. He killed a bipartisan immigration deal written in part by one of the most conservative Republicans in Congress that would have helped secure our southern border because he thought trying to actually solve the problem would hurt his campaign. He doesn't. Do not boo. Vote. He doesn't seem to care if more women lose their reproductive freedom since it won't affect his life. And most of all, Donald Trump wants us to think that this country is hopelessly divided between us and them, between the real Americans, who of course support him, and the outsiders who don't. And he wants you to think that you'll be richer and safer if you will just give him the power to put those other people back in their place. It is one of the oldest tricks in politics from a guy whose act has, let's face it, gotten pretty stale. We do not need 4 more years of bluster and bumbling and chaos we have seen that movie before, and we all know that the sequel is usually worse. America's ready for a new chapter. America's ready for a better story. We are ready for a President Kamala Harris. And Kamala Harris is ready for the job. Joe and I come from different backgrounds, but we became brothers. And as we worked together for 8, sometimes pretty tough years, what I came to admire most about Joe wasn't just his smarts, his experience. It was his empathy and his decency and his hard-earned resilience, his unshakable belief that everyone in this country deserves a fair shot. And over the last 4 years, those are the values America has needed most. At a time when millions of our fellow citizens were sick and dying, we needed a leader with the character to put politics aside and do what was right. At a time when our economy was reeling, Joe and I come from different backgrounds, but we became brothers. And as we worked together for 8, we needed a leader with the determination to drive what would become the world's strongest recovery. 15 million jobs, higher wages, lower health care costs. At a time when the other party had turned into a cult of personality, we needed a leader who was steady and brought people together and was selfless enough to do the rarest thing there is in politics, putting his own ambition aside for the sake of the country. History will remember Joe Biden as an outstanding president who defended democracy at a moment of great danger. And I am proud to call him my president, but I am even prouder to call him my friend. Well, we have a broader idea of freedom. We believe in the freedom to provide for your family if you're willing to work hard. The freedom to breathe clean air and drink clean water and send your kids to school without worrying if they'll come home. We believe that true freedom gives each of us the right to make decisions about our own life, how we worship, what our family looks like, how many kids we have, who we marry. And we believe that freedom requires us to recognize that other people have the freedom to make choices that are different than ours. That's okay. That's the America Kamala Harris and Tim Walz believe in. America where we, the people, includes everyone. Because that's the only way this American experiment works. And despite what our politics might suggest, I think most Americans understand that. Democracy isn't just a bunch of abstract principles and dusty laws in some book somewhere. It's the values we live by. It's the way we treat each other, including those who don't look like us, or pray like us, or see the world exactly like we do.
What a powerful, inspirational, and amazing couple. Black excellence. Both of their speeches were everything. I love this image in the middle of President Obama watching his wife, Michelle Obama, just light up that stage. It was everything, and thank you both once again so much for all that you've done and continue to do, and may God continue to bless the both of you. Now, former First Lady Michelle Obama did go to her Instagram page, and she posted this caption right here. Kamala Harris is ready for this moment. By every measure, she will be one of the most qualified people ever to seek the presidency. And by every measure, she will be one of the most dignified. Her story is your story. It's my story. It's the story of the vast majority of Americans trying to build a better life. She knows, like we do, that regardless of where you come from, what you look like, who you love, how you worship, or what's in your bank account, we all deserve the opportunity to build a decent life. All of our contributions deserve to be accepted and valued because no one has a monopoly on what it means to be an American. Let's usher in a new era of decency and light as we elect the next president and vice president of the United States. And President Obama attacked both Vice President Kamala Harris and her running mate Tim Walz believe in an America where we, the people, includes everyone because that's the only way this American experiment works. And despite what our politics might suggest, I think most Americans understand that. Democracy isn't just a bunch of abstract principles and dusty laws in some book somewhere. It's the values we live by and the way we treat each other, including those who don't look like us or pray like us or see the world exactly like we do. And go ahead and read the rest. I say and do that when I can see I'm running out of space and it's going to take the video forever to process and upload. That's when I'm like, go ahead and read the rest of the caption. Not that I do not want to read it. But there you have it. Once again, I'm wishing all of you well and take care. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.